Hey guys, welcome back to Outside the Box. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about classroom transformations. So this is just about making small changes to your classroom that makes the content more engaging and relatable for your students and gives them kind of a visual or auditory way to experience the content. And this is a cool thing to do just because it's another way to get our students really interested in what they're learning about and help them connect to the content. I'm personally someone who I can listen to a lecture all day and retain almost nothing, but if you give me background music that goes with the content, or you show me a little artifact or something like that that goes along with the content, I will remember it. So this is just about adding different elements to our teaching that make it more memorable. So again, classroom transformations can involve something as small as adding music that goes with your theme for the day, or printing out posters, or reenacting something that would have happened that has to do with your content area. So just for example, when I taught 6th grade, we taught about the Silk Road. So instead of keeping our kids in the classroom, we actually made a Silk Road down the hallway where the kids got to walk and they got to stop at different vendors and experience what it would have been like trading on the Silk Road. So that's something that was really memorable for them because they were able to actually experience it as someone living back then would have, and it was really simple to do, didn't cost very much. So I just wanted to show you some examples of classroom transformations just to help this make a little bit more sense if you are more of a visual learner. So a lot of them I've found are on Instagram from teacher accounts that I follow. So this first one is a Romeo and Juliet classroom transformation, and this teacher basically transformed her classroom so her students could sit in on Romeo and Juliet's wedding. So she gave them each a reading role, and they had 5 minutes to create outfits for Romeo and Juliet using toilet paper, and then they walked down the aisle and read the Act 2.6, and then they were able to sign the guest book at the end of the wedding. So again, this is just a way to get the students involved and make them feel like they were a part of the story. Here's an example from one of my favorite English teachers that I follow on Instagram. She was teaching a unit on Lord of the Flies, so she got some banana leaves from outside in her yard, some little tiki torches. She hung streamers from the ceiling to look like palm trees, and then she went on YouTube and found beach sounds. So it sounded like they were on an island, and she had that little picture up on the screen. And they had this as their setting while they read Lord of the Flies, so they were more immersed in the island type setting. And I think she said it cost less than $10 for this whole setup. And this is an example from a science class. They were learning about dinosaurs, so the teacher set up the classroom to look like Jurassic Park just by putting up some fake trees, making their little pods of desks look like a Jeep. There's a lot of little things you could do with genetics and Jurassic Park and things like that, and I've seen a few different ones, and I've shared some links down in the description for this video of some of the things you've seen throughout this video of different classroom transformations. There's some really great ideas, and there's things you can do for really not a lot of money that just make it a lot more memorable for your students and help them retain the information a little bit better. So that was super quick, but it's just something for you guys to think about. Just think about ways that you can integrate your classroom setting into the content that you're teaching to make it connect a little bit more and just add one more level of depth for your students. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to hear what you guys come up with for classroom transformation ideas. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next week.